segmentum. There is an imperial planet sworn by the great devourer. There is a god holding the shrinking line, but not for too long. And there is a girl, her family lost, trembling under the gold gaze of half a man, half a machine.
Mr. Metalman?
Yes, child. What is it?
I am afraid. Can you please go away?
If you are afraid, shouldn't you want someone to be with you instead of sending him away?
But I'm scared of you.
That's... I see. I am sorry for that, but I was asked to keep an eye on you while Nice Lady is searching for your brothers. I will not do anything to scare you, okay? I will just hover here in the corner, and you can play with that beautiful doll you have there.
Alex made it for me.
Your brother. Sorry, I am quiet now.
I am afraid.
I know, but...
Afraid for him and others. She will find them, right? She promised.
I have known her for more than a century, and she always keeps her promise, child. They are as good as saved now.
Century? She does not look so old. My mommy was younger, and she's had more wrinkles already. And she used to smile about that and say...
I would cry with you, but I cannot. I do not have tears anymore.
She liked to pat me on the head. I liked it too. So gentle, and she would sometimes bring us sweets. I always saved the yellow one for her. It was her favorite, and after Daddy turned into a statue to guard the whole city for a while, we often went there, and Mommy would tell us stories about him. And now they broke him too, and he won't come back either.
I know a story too. It even has your daddy in it. Not too much of him, and I am sure you heard better ones already. But still.
Please tell me.
Do you know the planet Armageddon?
No.
You don't? It's a very famous planet. But you wouldn't want to live there. Very bad air, full of dusty wastelands and such. There is one large forest. Jungle, they call it.
I like forests.
Not this one.
How do people live there?
In huge cities. And I mean huge, like you have never seen. Loaded with all kinds of people and other creatures. Ugly, cramped cities they are. And the story starts in one called Infernus, with one wicked noble welcoming his guests in one particularly shady-looking blind alley with secret door and secret soundproof dungeon. But the guests, those were the other creatures.
Other? Like the evil ones? Then why did he?
He was wicked, as I said. Plus, they were bearing gifts.
What gifts?
Well, ones that cannot be described here, for it might spread his wickedness. And they were not really gifts. He paid incredible amounts of money for them. Now, they all stayed whole nights in that dungeon. And in the morning, he pulled out a pict of an incredibly good-looking woman and gave it to his guests, along with some notes scribbled on the other side. They nodded, he smiled widely, and closed the door behind them. couple days later, Captain Unsichter of the Steel Legion's 427th Regiment stepped into his bedroom. The day was not too kind to him, unless the fact that a majority of his command squad survived that stupid rebreather problem can be counted as kindness. He toppled down as soon as his uniform left his body, and barely conscious, managed to pray for a dream in which he would see unspeakable horrors inflicted upon the thrice-cursed idiot who confused the gases. Well, proper questioning must wait. Tomorrow is also a day, and hopefully a better one.
How can someone be so dumb?
Just before sleep could take hold of him, something else did. Someone else.
Right. I am pondering the same question every time I see anyone from your unsophisticated race.
He felt the cold touch of a blade on his neck, and slender but strong fingers prevented him from speaking by shoving rough cloth into his mouth.
But since we are old friends, and considering you are about to do me a favor, I am going to release you now. By the way, you are not my only friend in this room, so try avoiding any stupidities. Understood?
I am not your friend at all. Who the hell? Xeno! Weapon! Need weapon!
Flashed through Unsichter's mind as he reflexively reached for a combat knife he had left fallen on the ground with his uniform. But another attacker was too close. Too fast.
But yes, you are. You had a really great time in one of my establishments for drinking, and other fun activities. Couple years ago, 10, maybe 15 back, Baden von Eckling was there too. I believe some celebration of his was the occasion at the time. Did you forget already? I did not. In fact, I saw potential in you then, and observed your career from afar. How thoughtful of me, don't you think? Anyway, this Baden seems like he thought it would be a good idea to anger me, and send some of my subordinates after one particular piece of meat, who just so happened to be a part of one local cult. Unfortunately, one devoted to she who thirsts. Dealing with that myself would be most undesirable. Now, about the Baron. It will be my very prolonged pleasure to thank him for that. What you will do is take this heap of cannon fodder you call a regiment, kill every single soul in that cult's wretched hull, and rescue my men.
That's stupid, Xeno. I can't do that even if I wanted. I do not command the regiment. I cannot just take it and...
I know. But you see, Colonel von Lunden does not care about almost anything besides his dead emperor. Certainly not about my poor subjects. And he is overall very hard to talk to. That's why we want you instead. Anyway, tomorrow you might find yourself in temporary commanding position due to some unexpected accident. You know how those can happen, right?
You kill them?
Of course not. Who do you think I am? His plasma pistol malfunctioned.
He carried bot pistol, not plasma.
Just yesterday, he changed his mind about that. Now, back to business.
We do not have business, and I do not intend to disgrace late Colonel by listening to his murderer. Kill me too, but remember, you stain on the face of Emperor's galaxy. You will rue the day you witch mother.
We are not witches, you uneducated monkey. And so, you know, it's immensely offensive to confuse us with craft worlders. I am literally shaking from hearing such impudence. I might even kill myself from the shock. and you would be to blame for that.
Good.
Oh, the pain. And here I wanted to humbly ask a favor of you, for old time's sake. But you do not seem to be the friend I thought you to be. That's a shame. Maybe I will ask this young man instead. He seems to be a very nice person, after all.
With those words, a data slate appeared in the creature's hands, showing a boy who surely wasn't able to read yet, sleeping in his bed somewhere in the residential part of the Infernus Hive, oblivious to all but his dreams.
Joseph! Don't you dare touch him, you filth!
Oh, I already did.
The picked feed continued as a thin, long needle slipped into view and silently punctured the boy's skin, just under his left ear. Sick, colored liquid flowed through transparent stinger, drawing no more than a sleepy mumble from the unsuspecting child. Finally, the instrument withdrew, and the tablet went dark.
What was that? What did you do to him?
Let's just say we introduced him to my latest mixture of slowly acting pathogens. I will leave this tablet here. You can find more details in it, including pictographic guides through all the development stages. The antidote is in my possession, of course. You know what to do. Tablet contains all the information you'll need. What would one of your imperial wretches say in this instance? May the Emperor protect.
Father, you came home earlier.
You bet I did, my little commissar. Come here, come to me. Look at you, how strong you are.
Of course. I'm gonna lead a legion one day.
Really, I cannot wait for that.
Otto?
In person. I need to speak with you.
Sure, but...
Now, it is serious. Joseph, go to your room. And I really need you to not listen to us now. Do you have enough discipline for that?
Yes.
Uttered the captain's son, taken aback by the sudden change of tone.
Can we play later?
We sure will, my son. I will be so happy to. But I have some things to do first. Now go.
I'm going, Dad.
After you, Gabby. And please, sit down.
Both parents sat down in the kitchen, and the wife, watchful as mothers are, could not skip over how strangely Otto was looking at their child, clearly searching for some kind of sign, perhaps.
What happened? Is something wrong? With Joseph?
Yes, most likely. Did you notice anything strange? Tonight or the night before?
Yesterday he had a headache. I thought nothing of it, you know, all the stale air and such. And it went away shortly, but in the evening it came back. Worse. Disappeared again, and nothing today so far, but...
But
now you're asking, and you looked at him like you would at inspection. I noticed. Will you finally tell me what's going on?
He handed her a data slate, pointing at a particular group of files.
look at this. Be strong.
What? Throne? That's... What is this? How... Did you...
Gabby, this is blackmail. Someone poisoned him and...
Poisoned?
Please, he will hear you.
That's your problem now. That he will hear me?
One of them, yes, but far from the only one. Listen, they have an antidote. That's the point. I have to do something for them. And they will give it to me.
Then why are you here? Go do that!
You do not care what it is or who they are?
Of course not. My son was poisoned. That's the only thing I care about right now.
Me too. I already gave orders. I just wanted you to know.
Orders?
Yes. They want me to storm the cultist base and...
What? Isn't that part of your job? Why would they need to poison Yosef for that?
Because they are Xeno pirates and they want me to set free their comrades.
That would be heresy?
I am about to help a Xeno force in conduct of malicious activity in Armageddon. It will be heresy. As I said, I wanted you to know about this and about the poison.
I see. Thank you. Now go and save our son. Please, save him.
I will. And I will kill those bastards soon after.